You don't got to be rich, Joc. You just got to know somebody like an Uncle Joc, right? Or somebody like a Coach Eric. You just got to know somebody who, a financial advisor, a life insurance agent, and sit there and talk to them. 'Cause a lot of times people, you talk about the money, they're like, oh, you one of those guys. It's so many times I've seen people don't want to talk about this, and then they out there GoFundMe, right? Then they out there doing all this, raising. I always tell people, learn to have this conversation so your family's not begging. Right, that's a cringe. Now that no, I can't let I can't die with my family begging somebody with the GoFundMe, fish fries, baby, please. I don't need Pretty Rick. My wife turned to Pretty Ricky to try to make a living if something happens to me. Or not even if, Joc. There's gonna be a time in my life I'm not gonna be here. This is not an if statement.
That's right.
It's a win. All right, y'all, here we go
with another episode
of Insurance Bros, where we're talking about current events and life insurance. I'm your co-host, Eric Robinson, a.k.a. the Soul Motivator.
And I'm the other co-host, Uncle Joc.
Woo, Uncle Joc, we got a hot one for him today.
Oh, man, we got a barn burner.
Tell him what we're talking about. What's on the current events table, baby?
Well, the question is, did he?
Or did he?
Ooh, he did.
I don't know if he did.
So hold on. Y'all
I don't know if he did.
If y'all are tuning in, type in the chat or in the comments whether you think he did or did he.
He did or did he? Ooh. I don't know if he did, Joc. I don't know if he did. Let's talk about this. Y'all know we're talking about Diddy, this situation, him getting locked up, him getting arrested, and did he snitch? Did he do this? Did he do that? Some of you, I heard they already told him, they saying he's done. They changed his name from Diddy to Done.
Wow.
Done did.
So let's go back and start where all the allegations.
Yeah, talk to him, because I'm not as up to speed. I don't watch a lot of the things, right? Okay. Especially in this part. You being an entertainer, so I know this is big for you. Can you bring us up to speed for those who don't know?
So what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is some alleged situations that were and are being supported by facts.
So hold on. If they supported by facts, are they alleged or are these actual facts? But we're going to say alleged because I don't need no lawsuits coming. So everything we hear, let's disclaim.
Okay.
The views expressed are not even our own. We just figured them out, got them from somewhere. So
right.
Woo, so no, talk about that.
So what's happened is, allegedly, it's a whole bunch of chatter that's been going on for years about Puff Daddy, and I'm taking it back to Puff Daddy, and then he changed his name to P. Diddy, but just having some weird, peculiar, unacceptable behavior, and it's been talked about for years.
Yeah. 50's been talking about, they've been saying 50's trolling them, but 50 is just saying, hey, this is some of the things coming out. And I remember Cat Williams did that interview with Shannon Sharp, right? And he was like, bro, this year it's going to be uncovered.
Yeah, and he even went in and specifically talked about Diddy and was saying, sometimes that guy likes to party. You got to tell the brother no. You know what I mean? He said he proposed to him $50 million 4 times.
Whoa.
And he said he got proof.
So this ain't the first time we put that house up for $50 million. Huh?
It ain't the first time, brother. It ain't the first time.
Woo.
So what's happened is there have been talks about sexual abuse in his relationships with females.
Hold on, Joc. Before we go, I'm gonna get this. Let's slow this one down.
Okay.
He's saying he gave her $50 million. Because I know a lot of people saying, shuck, let's be honest. Most of us would love to have $50 million to put up for bail, $50 million to even offer somebody to do some things. I'm just going to keep it a buck. Most of us would love to be in that position to have $50 million. And I think that's a big piece that a lot of people wanted to be in that position that he had. When we start listening to some of the stories coming unfold, they wanted to be like Puffy or be around Puffy and get those benefits.
So this whole story really is about how bad do you want it? And the reason I say that is because 50 made a proposal or indecent proposal, allegedly, to Cat 4 times, $50 million, right? And imagine how many people Diddy made a proposal
for $50
million to Cat Williams.
So 50 didn't make the $50 million proposal. Diddy made the $50 million proposal.
Okay. Allegedly to Cat Williams.
Okay. And Cat said he got proof of this.
And Cat said he got proof of it. He said, basically, you got to tell the guy no. Like I said, this is really more so about exposing the entertainment business, some of the things that go on in the business, and how bad do people want it.
You know, let's talk about Joc, because, I mean, you've been an entertainer for over 30 years. Some people don't realize you're like, you know, in the DC go-go bands world. But I remember you coming back to me, this is probably about maybe over 15 years ago, and you was talking about the different doors in the industry. And you was like, and people was like, I mean, you was talking, saying that, and people was looking at you like, man, he blowing some smoke. Like, that Joc, he don't know what he talking about.
Exactly. And you remember I was telling you that I got to see, like, I ain't get to see the couch that they talk about, but they're doors. They're literally, they're rooms. And this goes back to, you know, what they're talking about with the puffy joint. There are different things that happen in different rooms at these parties. And if you go into a room and you opt out, now you're left in the hallway. So there might be a room with homosexuals and gay people going on in one room, right? There might be a room where it's drugs and stuff going on in a room. Right? Then it might be a room where you just got people, I guess like the regular room, you know what I mean? But let's just say if you go into the door with the homosexuals, you go into that room.
Yeah.
If you don't comply, then you're back in the hallway. When you go in the hallway, guess what? A call gets made. Hey, this guy, I don't think he's going to be a good fit. You know what I mean?
He ain't going to be a good fit for nothing. So then
So now
you blackball.
You blackball. You're in the hallway. You looking serious. You hitchhiking down the road. You see what I'm saying? And so now
they don't even let you in the drug room. So if I didn't make it to the gay room, I don't get a pick and say, hey, I want to go over here.
More than likely you don't, because you're gonna get blackballed. Just think about how many people you've seen in the industry that were. I'll give you an example. You remember Cisco? Cisco, he was supposed to be the next Michael Jackson.
Cisco the Dragon.
Cisco the Dragon, right? He's supposed to be like the next Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But guess what? He somebody tapped on his shoulder, or he got invited to something. He was like, nah, I ain't trying to be a part. Guess what they do? Just, okay, we're going to cancel him, and we're going to find the next Cisco.
Is that easy? So they was canceling people back then.
They just didn't call it a cancel culture.
Ooh, that's hot, brother.
So basically, a hot topic is there was sex, there was trafficking, there was abuse in relationships, abuse as far as abusing artists, their rights. I mean, all kinds of violations were taking place. Like,
I must say this, and then people say, well, Eric, what did I got to do with insurance bros, right? How that segues into what we're talking about. And I'm going to tell you, it's a big thing, because I'm like, did he have his finances set up, right? Obviously, you know, he's doing some things pretty okay, because he's obviously had a chance to put this money aside and say, hey, I can make this bail money.
right.
But the other thing is, you know, I remember when Kanye West was like, man, listen, y'all don't understand, the IRS was coming at me. He's like, I got this money. Nobody's telling me what to do with this money. He's like, man, it ain't a joke. He's like, I was almost locked up. And they was calling him like crazy. But he was like, hey, man, listen, I was almost locked up, and nobody's telling me what to do with this money. So that's a big piece right there when we start talking about financial services and insurance, because I know that's something that a lot of the wealthy people, they should know.
Right.
But a lot of them don't know what to do, John. They don't know how to use life insurance to be able to build and transfer your wealth.
Exactly.
They don't know how to use it as a protective vehicle and as a wealth, to build wealth with it, you know. So that's something big right there.
Also, Eric, I wanted to talk about, like, you talked about the wealth building, right? And people look at entertainers like the P. Diddy's, or like even let's take somebody that just got into the business. You know, with sports players and sports figures and entertainers, once you get to a certain level, they assign you what's called a handler.
Oh, really?
Right? And so what happens is these handlers are supposed to handle your business. That's when they assign you with managers, personal managers, financial advisors, folks that look for you're going to live and stuff like that. So these handlers, but the question is, when you're at a certain level, do those financial advisors, are they really advising for you, or are they advising for themselves and look at you like,
man, that's all. Now you're talking my lane, Uncle Joc, because, you know, a lot of those advisors, and I talked to some of them, you know, they don't have all the facts. right? Some of them are operating with limited information because sometimes people are picking a financial advisor because they go, well, they see their other guy, their man's, who do you got? And I want to go to who you got. I didn't do my own research.
Right.
I don't have a financial background. I don't have this knowledge. So it's just a matter of picking somebody who the other person got, right? And so that's snowball effect because you don't know how to properly assist properly, I guess, how you figure that? What's the word I'm trying to say? You don't know how to properly choose or select a financial advisor, right? And so I see a lot of people just don't get it. And then some financial advisors, you know, they don't know stocks and bonds. They may know, right? But they don't maybe know some things like life insurance and how to use insurance as a vehicle. Because I think it's one of those underused vehicles in the country. That's why I think life insurance probably to me is probably one of the most underused because people think you only can use it when you die. But knowing how to use your money and put your money into insurance contracts.
Let's talk about that too, and still keep it on topic. What we talking about, right? Another thing that supposedly has been ringing out as far as in P. Diddy world is the fact that there have been a lot of people that have disappeared that were close to Puffy or close to Diddy. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because do you think there a possibility that he could have had policies on some of these folks that disappeared? Because we're talking about Andre Harrell, very close to P. Diddy. Craig Mack, real close to P. Diddy.
Ooh. Oh, bro.
Kim Porter.
Bro, hold on. I know people die every day. But now you got me thinking because here's the thing. People don't realize you got Bad Boy Entertainment, right? A record label. Right. So you realize companies are allowed to take out what they call key man insurance.
Exactly.
Means you can take out life insurance on people who are key employees or vital to running that company. So you take an entertainer, a lot of those entertainers are key people to that company. So you can take out a life insurance policy on so-and-so, or let's call it Billy Bob. If I run my company, I can take a life insurance policy on Billy Bob if I can prove that Billy Bob is a vital part.
Exactly.
And I'm the beneficiary of that policy, not Billy Bob's family. Oh, bro, you're going to open up a can of worms.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's a lot of people that was around Diddy that ain't here no more. I'm talking close, Biggie. Again, Andre Harrell.
So here's the thing, too. When you take out policies on your people as key man policies, that information is not public knowledge.
Right.
So it could be multiple millions of dollars that you're receiving that you get tax-free, and it's not even public knowledge that you had a policy on it.
So could your heart's in the wrong place?
It could.
That be a whole nother business in itself.
Hey, somebody might be worth more to you dead than alive. Less headache, less stress. They ain't here, and I got a $20 million policy. Now, you know, if I can justify a $10 million, $5 million policy, which you say somebody who's generating revenue, somebody like Andre Harrell, I'm not saying any names, but if you can justify it, insurance company, and you can pay the premiums, the insurance company will insure that person and pay out that money.
So what's y'all's, get involved. Type in the chat. Let us know.
I don't even think they knew about that.
I'm trying to tell you this.
I've seen a lot of people talk about this topic, and ain't nobody talking about was there an insurance policy on any of these people that's gone missing, or they ain't missing, they no longer here.
I bet you if you peel back the onion, you'll start to see some things linking up. I could be wrong, but I guess the question is there that there could have been insurance policies taken out on these people that disappeared around this person?
So now you're going to have everybody play Outback.
Now everybody getting ready to play Outback.
They're going to be there blooming onion. They're going to be trying to peeling back onions. Oh, man, y'all. Oh, they're going to start peeling back onions. Oh, Joc, you just created another conspiracy there, Uncle Joc.
Hey, that's what Courageous Conversations is about.
Yeah. Hey, but let's talk about this, though. For individuals out there, if I'm running a business, should I have key man insurance on the people in my business?
I think it's a must.
I think you're right. It is a must because what key man insurance does, it allows you to replace that person. So say if I get a business partner, it could be a spouse, it could be a good friend, right? Or it could be anybody who's a business partner vital to your business. If you should have an insurance policy on them because now you got to replace them. And what the key man insurance is designed to do is for you, the company, you own it, to replace that key person. Right? So key man insurance policy is something that's really underused, undervalued. If I'm running a barbershop and my barbers are in there, I should probably have key man employee insurance on those people. My barbers.
So what would be some of the advantages? We talked about the advantage of getting key man insurance, right?
Yes.
But what type of policies would that look like? Would that be a final expense? Would be a
It's probably typically not a final expense policy. It's usually a policy. For most companies, we get a permanent policy, or it could be a term insurance policy, right? So you may say, hey, you know what? Term is going to be less expensive. So more than likely, it probably will be some kind of term, because you're not doing it for the cash value. But if your business can afford it, then I would do a permanent policy. So not only you got insurance on the person's life, you actually can build cash value on it. So now you can use that money for other things. So think about this. I can fund the policy, put money away, let it earn interest at a higher rate. It could be a 5, 10, 20%. Let it earn interest based off the stock market.
Okay.
I can take that money and use it to fund other things for anything. I can take that money out and use it for whatever and still write it off as a business expense.
Hold on, pause. So what you're telling me is somebody can take out a policy, fund it. While it's being funded, I'm sure, I know the answer, but I'm really speaking for the folks out there that are listening. All right, so you're telling me that policy can gain some interest. It can go to work.
It can go to work for you better than the money sitting in most bank accounts. And here's the cool thing about going to work for you, Uncle Joc. If the market and takes a dip like it did in 2022, like it could do with this upcoming president's election, when the market goes down, you don't take a loss. The money stays level.
Explain, because you just said, so wait. Explain in layman terms, because you're talking about something attached to the market, and like, what are you saying for the people that don't understand what you're saying?
The people don't understand. You need to hook up with Uncle Joc or myself, right? Get with me, Eric, or Uncle Joc, and learn this. So type in the chat so you want to know more. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, you need to hook up with us and learn more. Okay? I know. What I'm saying to you, you got policies out there. Let's say the market goes up 20%. You can take advantage and ride the 20% wave. But when the market goes down, you don't take that loss. But here's the cool thing about it. The market, there's a tax code out there called 7702 that says when you put money into a life insurance policy, that money in that cash value is like a death benefit. It's protected from creditors. It's protected from lawsuits. So you can put that money away unprotected. You can't put it, I don't know, any other place legally, maybe a Swiss bank account, but you can legally put this money away in a U.S. account, protect it, and let it grow interest. But now you can take the money out, Joc. So you can pull from it. You're taking a loan from yourself. So you're borrowing, you're becoming your own banker. So now you're becoming your own bank with a life insurance policy of one of your key employees, that should they die or something happens to them, you get now the benefit of that, the face value, the death benefit.
Woo!
Over and above the money you put in. So you could put a $5 million policy and get the $5 million should something happen to them.
So you mentioned something. You said it's lien proof, judgment proof. It's also divorce proof. So you telling me nobody basically can touch this?
Nobody can touch the money but you, Joc.
So this is for the old heads out there, right? I don't know if y'all remember. Well, y'all remember the old heads. O.J. Simpson trial. Y'all remember they took everything from OJ. They took all his assets. They took his trophy. They took everything from him. Yeah. But he had one of these policies that you're talking about, and that's how he was still able to live a decent lifestyle that he was accustomed to, because when he got out, or while he was in, his money was going to work for him. Mm-hmm. And nobody could touch that money. Yeah,
they had losses against him. Nobody could touch it. Now, after he died, they're trying to come back and get money from his estate, right, from other things he had done with the money outside of the policy. But the money inside the policy, they can. So people start using, I always say they got the Nike bank, First Nike or Bank of Adidas. Don't do that. What I mean by that, that's the shoebox. See, some of the old school people, they want to put their money in the shoebox.
Right.
That Nike shoebox, man. Come on, man. I know some of y'all be fancy. Y'all got the red bottoms, right? So y'all got the red bottom box, the red bottom bank. But listen, no, put your excess money into an insurance vehicle, because you can protect that. Here's the thing people don't realize about like those type of policies and plans. Even when your kids are going to school, if you got children out there and they got to do student loans, right? They want to ask you how much money in your bank account. The government they in your pockets. They want to know, should they qualify for a student loan? Do you realize the money in that life insurance policy, you don't have to report that.
So you don't have to report it. You can take it. You're not going to be penalized. You're not going to report it. You don't have to feel bad by taking some of your money out.
No, it's your money. You can get access, take a loan for yourself whenever you want to. Unlike your 401k, you got to go beg the government or beg your employer to release it, and then you're going to get penalized. They may take a 10% penalty. You can get up to 50% penalty in your 401k if it's not for a good reason. If it's for a good reason, they'll charge you a 10% penalty.
Okay.
But if it's not for a good reason, they're going to charge you up to 50% penalty on your 401k. But here's the cool thing about these plans, Joc. You can take it out for any reason, but say you have $200,000 in that account, and you take $100,000 out, and you go do what you got to do. Buy a house, flip a house, go on a travel and go around the world, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
That $200,000, that money, even though you $200,000 out, it's still earning interest on the full $200,000.
Woo! Man, how many of y'all knew that? The question is, Eric.
I didn't know Joc got into insurance. I'm telling you right now. And I got a finance degree. And I managed some people's accounts and money from dealerships and businesses.
Okay.
I didn't know.
So the question is, do you got to be like rich to get one of these accounts? Do you got to make a whole bunch of money? Or because you're really talking about changing the way that you do banking pretty much.
Yeah, no, you don't got to be rich, Joc. You just got to know somebody like Uncle Joc. Right? Or somebody like a Coach Eric. You just got to know somebody who, a financial advisor, a life insurance agent, and sit there and talk to them. 'Cause a lot of times people, you talk about the money, they're like, oh, you one of those guys. It's so many times I've seen people don't want to talk about this, and then they out there GoFundMe, right? Then they out there doing all this, raising. I always tell people, learn to have this conversation so your family's not begging. Right, that's a cringe. Now that I can't let I can't die with my family begging somebody with the GoFundMe, fish fries, baby, please. I don't need Pretty Rick. My wife turned to Pretty Ricky to try to make a living if something happens to me. Or not even if, Joc. There's gonna be a time in my life I'm not gonna be here. This is not an if statement.
That's right.
It's a win.
Because what we can't agree to that nobody has made it out here alive. Yes or yes?
They ain't make it out. Even Jesus died. He came back, but he died.
So hopefully y'all got something out of information that we gave. You can get in touch with myself, Uncle Joc, or Eric. We'll make sure that we leave some contact information. But we want to just start having these conversations because a lot of people don't realize that we need to create a financial shift in our communities. And it's only going to happen once people are educated, once people know that there are different alternatives out here. And what we're really sharing with folks is ways that you can put your money really to work for you. Your money can become your employee.
Your money should become your best employee. I don't care if you got $100. Do something. $50. Do something. Put it to work. And Joc, here's the thing. Let's stop walking around here uninsurable. You made a post the other day. Can you explain that about people out here causing beefs or fussing?
So you got people out here beefs with folks, right? And they don't even have an insurance policy on themselves, so they can't even afford to die. And they out here starting stuff with people.
Man, whoo, that's heavy. That's heavy, bro. Because about this, like, bro, you got life insurance plan? No. Some of y'all driving road rage. Your car got insurance. Your phone got insurance. You ain't got any life insurance.
Exactly.
Oh, I got it from my job. Yeah, that you don't own your job and policy. Yep. And it ain't enough when you die. Trust me, I've seen it. Been there, done it. I've seen it so many times.
Ho. Wait. So you telling me the folks that have jobs, insurance policies on their jobs, they don't own those policies?
No.
So is that considered a key man's?
Well, it's not a key man because you're still funding it. Typically with the key man, the job is paying for it. That's for an employer, but you're not a key person for the most part because you would know you was a key person, right?
Right.
Some of y'all think you're key, but y'all ain't key. So here's the thing. But that policy you got from your job with your government, private employee, that's the companies, those are group plans. The company owns the policy. You're part of a group. And when you leave that group, the company owns the policy. If you look at it, you get a certificate. You don't get an ownership. They own the policy. You're just a certificate holder, and you ain't the beneficiary. But once you leave that job, bam, you know who owns that thing. You ain't got no insurance no more.
So make sure that you got something outside of your jobs, but make sure you take care of it before you become uninsurable.
Yes.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen,
this is Eric Robinson, Coach Eric, a.k.a. the Soul Motivator, my co-host.
Uncle Joc, signing out. Till next time.
Insurance Bros, baby. Like and subscribe. Hit that button. It's up there.
It's over there.
Where do y'all think it's going to be at?
Just hit the button.
Hit the button.
Peace.
We out.